We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. It's Red Sox baseball, and it's coming up next. Eduardo Rodriguez, a Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
Here's Colton Wong now, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Here comes the first pitch. First of 3 here on a Friday night as the first pitch is in there for strike 1. Guys, this Red Sox ball club entering play here tonight. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
So he punches him out and looking at the fastball. Colton Wong goes down for the first out of the game. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Matt Carpenter comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, you don't need us to tell you, it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet, and I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
On to Moreland, and that's in time for the second out.
The first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that's in there for strike 1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
A ball and a strike to the Cardinals' first baseman. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. And now the Red Sox get their turn. No score. Carlos Martinez gets the start for St. Louis in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, I'm really excited to watch this guy in this one. He's strung together a solid season up to this point. ERA in the low 2s, and that's not an easy thing to do in this day and age of high-scoring games and home runs and teams filled with guys that get hit throughout the lineup. This is a really good pitcher.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to second. And that is through into right field for a single.
Hey, you want to be the team on the attack, without question. In the bottom of the first, starting it off with a leadoff single gets everyone in your dugout going.
Into the box now, Michael Chavis. And with numbers like those, he's putting himself in contention for some Rookie of the Year hardware if he can keep it up. First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets the call that time for strike number 1. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this road trip's been a little bit of a struggle for this team. First 4 games they find themselves 1-3, haven't played particularly well. They'll find a way to regroup. They have to find a way to play a little bit more fundamentally sound. Start there first.
Benintendi gets his lead at first, nobody out. Throw over to the bag, and the runner will get back standing. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a move over to first. Don't want to forget about him. The 0-2 pitch. And it's 1-2.
That was a nasty sweeping slider right there. If he was able to just catch the back door a little bit, he would have picked up that backwards K.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. Down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Count 2-2.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And this pitch is swung on and missed, and the AL's leading hitter is set down on strikes, 2 away. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Two and 1 to the Red Sox first baseman. He pulls this one into right. And this hops over the wall out there for a ground rule double, and maybe a tough break, as that'll freeze the runner at third with 2 gone.
Well, he definitely puts a charge into this one, and the outfielder has 0 chance to make a play on it. Next thing you know, the relievers in the pen have another ball to warm up with.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. His head-to-head numbers against Carlos Martinez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. 1-0. Here it is. That's inside. 2-0. Bogarts, a native of the island of Aruba. He's had a great season to this point, and coming into today, he's received the most All-Star votes among American League shortstops.
Yeah, this comes as no surprise. This guy is one of the best players in the game, a superstar, and that's what the All-Star game is about. The fans getting to see the best players put on display.
The set and the 2-1.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So a 3-run shot to left center, number 25 for him on the year, as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Rafael Devers, the next to bat. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Bader is right there, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. But the Red Sox push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. We'll head to the top of the second. Boston leads it 3-0. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Matt, I am hearing that heavier rain is expected to pass through the ballpark at some point later in the game. The umpiring crew would, of course, like to get this one in uninterrupted, but it is possible that we could be looking at some sort of a delay if they determine the weather is impacting the play on the field.
All right, Heidi, thanks. We'll hope for the best, of course, but guys, you have to assume these players are probably going to be impacted by this weather at least a little.
Yeah, Matty, 100% it's going to be bothersome. They're going to have to watch their spikes. They're going to have to maybe gather themselves to get that extra grip on the baseball. But from a position player standpoint, you just can't lose focus. Starting pitchers are the ones that are going to have the most problems with it. Love the early lead, but this game is far from over. Got to stay on top of what you're trying to do out there and execute pitches.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this is foul. The 1-1 home.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
Hit sharply on the ground. Devers fields it cleanly. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
That is good. The left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
So one away here with the bases empty, and into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. Here comes the first pitch. A ball and no strikes. O'Neill is just shy of 6 feet at 5'11", a right-handed batter and thrower. He's a second-year big leaguer. In there, 1-1. One and two now. Ball 2. And this ball is popped up, drifting back behind the mound. And there's out number 2.
That is good. The right fielder, Dylan Carlson.
At the plate, Dylan Carlson comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
Hey, this offense better be prepared to pull a trigger. This starter is known to be aggressive and come right after you.
The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center.
Waiting on it is Benintendi.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Cardinals. Still down 3-0. And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that misses, ball one. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike one.
Hey, no shame in that. Your eyes light up when that heater comes above the belt. That's so tough to lay off of.
Now the 1-1 pitch. And he takes strike three called on the fastball. One gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
The average to start play at .315. 10 home runs and 22 RBIs. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. One out, nobody on. Fouled off. That's softly hit to right. Will that get down? Wong waits on it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting ninth, the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And in to hit next, it'll be the left-handed batter, Jackie Bradley Jr. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Bradley, or JBJ as the initials read. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Two and 0 count, and the pitch.
3-0 the count.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
3 balls and a strike now to Bradley.
Looked like he swung at ball 4 right there. Clearly he saw something in that pitch that he liked out of the pitcher's hand, but that wasn't a pitch he was going to do a whole lot with.
And now the count is full for the Boston center fielder. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Striding in, Andrew Benintendi. Second at bat here. He reached via a single to lead off the home first.
Hey, second time around, let's see if this guy goes up and looks for the fastball. He got a fastball in his first at bat and didn't miss it.
From the belt, the pitch. Now a swing and a chance for Goldschmidt over at first. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Red Sox leave 1. They lead it 3-0. Now at the plate, Matt Wieters. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Pitch on the way. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Wieters stands 6'5" tall and will hit from both sides of the plate. He was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Should be no trouble for Bradley, and there's out number 1. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. And that'll bring up the former top prospect, Harrison Bader. Here's the first pitch to him. In there, no balls and a strike. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
He tried to climb the ladder right there, and I don't blame him. Now he's got those sights elevated. Don't be surprised with something off speed in the dirt.
And that's going to be high, 2-2 now. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Yadier Molina is next as he finds himself behind 0-1.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Down 0-2, maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
2 out, nobody on. That's the first hit in this one for the Redbirds. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall this is one of the weaker offensive ball clubs around, at least in terms of team batting average. And as you see there, they find themselves 2 from the bottom, 13th place in the National League. Colton Wong will stand in. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And now it'll kick around in the corner. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Check out the lefty as he absolutely jumps on that first pitch and hammers it to right. Got what he was looking for and put a good swing on it.
Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Second and third, 2 away. Here's a strike with the breaking ball.
He must have been sitting fastball right there because he is not going to see a better pitch tonight. He cannot let that hanger go.
The 1-1. Strike taken up in the zone. Ripped down the first base line, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Good take right there. He's given him a great battle with guys in scoring position. We'll see who's going to win this duel.
Struck him out, so they work out of the jam as he strands 2 men in scoring position. Cards strand a couple. They trail it here 3-0.
Back here now as the Red Sox are ready to bat in the 3rd inning, and as they do, it's worth mentioning that their lineup has been one of the best in baseball this year. Not only do they lead Major League Baseball in batting average, but also in possibly the most important offensive stat, runs scored. Some players I talked to during pregame told me they really try to feed off each other on offense. When one guy gets a hit to start off an inning, it's almost like a challenge to the next guys coming up to follow suit and drive in some runs. That mentality makes this a very potent offense, guys.
For the Red Sox.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The second baseman, Michael Davis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hopped up, and Goldschmidt able to put the squeeze on it here. 1 away. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central.
Martinez.
Here's J.D. Martinez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Martinez is undoubtedly one of the best hitters in the sport, and it doesn't matter right-handed or left-handed pitching. He's one of the elite threats with a bat in his hands.
Yeah, barrel awareness, Matty, and this guy has it. I don't think it's something that can be taught. I don't care how many hours you put it in the cage. This guy has the ability to put barrel on baseball consistently, no matter what side it's coming from.
And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Stepping in now, Mitch Moreland. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. 0-1, here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. And that is through into center field, a base hit.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given him more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing. And we're only in the 3rd inning.
Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. And that brings in Xander Bogaerts as he overcommits here to a slider out of the zone. 1 strike to count. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. 2 out with the man at first. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone and it got fouled off.
And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Bader has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. All set for the start of the 4th, and set to go is the veteran first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Slapped hard the opposite way. Playable for Verdugo, and there's 1 gone. Time now for the Red Sox Road to the Show report as we get a look at 2 guys making some noise in the upper minors. Paul DeYoung digs in next as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit hard down the line, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Popped him up. Chavis is calling for it, and that's the 2nd out of the inning. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And we've got 2 guys bringing some serious gas for you, as you see there. Top speeds 96 and 97. Digging in to try it again, Tyler O'Neill. He popped out in his first trip. And now a pitch on the way. The 0-1 delivery. Fouled away. Here it comes, 0-2. Swing, and he pops him up. And that'll get down for a base hit.
The right fielder, number 8, Dylan Carlson.
In now, Dylan Carlson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1 pitch. And he fouls this one off. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cardinals. They trail in this one 3-0. Back now at Fenway Park, and here's Heidi Watney with a report.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
All right, thanks, Heidi.
Leading off for the Red Sox.
Bottom of the inning now, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Here comes the first pitch. And great extension as he drives this one high in the air and deep the other way. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
1 pitch, 1 swing of the bat, and they've got a man in scoring position just like that. On the mound, he's probably happy it stayed in the yard. He jumped all over the first thing he saw and almost got to round the bases.
Into the box now, Alex Verdugo, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. The 1-0 is offered at and missed for the first strike. And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. No one out with a runner at second. In there, 1-2 now.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches. Anything on the outer half of the plate's going to look a foot outside.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Full count now, 3-2.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
And that's outside. He lost him ball 4.
Well, some might say a walk there is okay because you've got first base open, but he's been struggling out there. And if you're going to work around hitters, you don't want to work around hitters in the bottom of the lineup.
Digging in, Jonathan Lucroy comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Looking at his career totals, Lucroy hits a little over the 270 mark. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Now a long throw to third. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
Now batting, center fielder, Jackie Bradley.
Fletcher Page answers the call from the pen here in the fourth, as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Number 28, Fletcher Page.
So here now is Jackie Bradley. And he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field. Bader is there. Let's see if they try it. And he might have thought about it at third, but with one away, decides not to risk it.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Andrew Benintendi. He singled and later scored back in the first, making him 1 for 2 so far. As a look, now the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And pretty nonchalant that time by Molina as that pitch gets away. Runners will stay put. However, the count evens at 1. The 1-1. Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And the payoff pitch. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Striding into the box, Michael Chavis. First pitch on its way. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's one. On to Goldschmidt, and it's in time. A double play, and the side is retired. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time, they're finding themselves in disadvantaged counts like 0-2 and 1-2. And that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
All right, Heidi, thank you.
Leading off for St. Louis.
At the plate, Matt Wieters. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Line to the right side. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Now batting, the center fielder, Harrison Bader.
So that'll bring in Harrison Bader. Here comes the first pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Verdugo waits on it. 2 down.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Striding in once again, Yadier Molina. He singled his last time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Molina, a 36-year-old veteran, is currently 3rd in the league amongst catchers in all-star fan balloting.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a...
And the second baseman is there to make the play, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and digging in is the veteran DH, J.D. Martinez.
J.D. Martinez.
First delivery to him on the way. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. There's a ball low. He misses with the changeup. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Now a hard liner, but foul. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
When you play in this park where the fences are shorter, this is going to happen more often than any other ballparks.
Stepping up to the plate, Mitch Moreland. Runner in scoring position here already following the ground rule double. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted into center field. Bader is there, and he has it for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
Up next for the Red Sox, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
So a runner aboard at second here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the shortstop and one of the better 2-strike hitters in baseball, Xander Bogaerts. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Hit down the third baseline. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Bogaerts has a batting line residing in the 290s. Looking to boost that even higher here. The 0-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. Now a long throw home. Now the tag by Molina, but it comes too late. He's in there to score.
Those are the ones you remember right there, Dan. That's his 4th RBI of the night, and that doesn't happen often throughout the course of the season.
And you know, as a pitcher, you see what this guy's been doing. You know, he's having a good night. He's a tough guy, and he's a tough guy to pitch around. Some nights you just have to tip your cap. A pretty good night. 4 ribbies in this one here.
Here now is Rafael Devers as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. In comes the center fielder. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
The right fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
Digging in, Alex Verdugo. It was a walk in his last trip. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and he just blows the fastball by him for strike one.
It's funny. That pitch, I can picture being in the box. That pitch looks so good to hit, and why does no one ever get to it? A good executed high fastball usually blows 9 out of 10 guys away.
Look into Molina, now the 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
I'm seeing him aim the ball right now, and that's a trap you fall into as a pitcher when you're not as confident in your stuff as you should be. You got to trust your stuff.
The 3-1. Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. And a good at-bat that time as he lays off for ball 4. And as a result, that'll move a runner up into scoring position now with 2 away.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Now batting, Jonathan Lucroy. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Two men are on with 2 men out. Hard hit ball to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. A run on 2 hits in the inning for Boston. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Cardinals nothing. Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Here's the first pitch to him.
0-1.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
Counts even at 2-2 to Wong. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2. What a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Tough fastball that time, but he hangs with it to stay alive. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Ready for another chance? Matt Carpenter. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
And it's fouled away.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Nobody out, runner on first. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball. The 0-2 home. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball 1. Line towards center field. Bradley is right there, 1 down.
Well, we've mentioned the conditions aren't ideal with the rain coming down, and that can make every play a little bit of an adventure. You really have to concentrate, and he did there to haul it down.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. 0 for 2 for him to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Surprised the pitcher would even go to the top of the zone looking for a double play in this situation.
Runners on first with 1 down. Fouled off. That misses. 1-2. And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. On the ground to short. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. It's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Redbirds down quietly. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Here's Jackie Bradley now. He'll lead things off as they look to perhaps build on an already sizable lead. Here's the first pitch to him. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. High fly ball out to deep right field. Looking up is the right fielder. Gone! A solo shot off the bat of Jackie Bradley Jr. 19th home run for him on the season. As they pile on, it's now 6-0.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
Left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. This is popped up. Carpenter moving to his left. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, the second baseman, Michael Chavis.
Next up for the Red Sox, Michael Chavis. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted in the air to center. Bader is there. 2 gone.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th, and that'll bring up the dangerous bat of J.D. Martinez. First delivery to him on the way. A swing by Martinez, and this is driven to left. And it's gone. So a solo shot down the line in left. 45 home runs now on the campaign as this lead swells to 7-0.
As soon as this thing left the bat, you knew it had the distance to get out of here. The only question was whether it was going to stay fair or not. And that question was answered with a resounding doink as it caromed off the foul pole for a homer.
Number 62 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 62. Next for the Red Sox.
So now to the plate, Mitch Moreland.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. So 2 runs come across here, both coming via the solo home run. 7th inning coming up. Boston's out in front, 7-0. Digging in once again, Paul DeYoung. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Into the box, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. Into the corner and slicing foul. A runner at first with no outs here. High in the air out towards shallow right. Playable for Verdugo, and there's one gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Dylan Carlson.
Digging in the switch hitter, Dylan Carlson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. Swing, high drive, left field and deep.
Looking up is Benintendi.
It bangs off the billboard and it's out of here. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season, and they're now on the board, though still well behind.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
At the plate, Matt Wieters. Standing in from the right side as he takes strike 1.
This guy's throwing a gem so far. Biggest key, 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
A ball and a strike to count to the switch-hitting catcher, Matt Wieters. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Here it comes. Soft liner towards short. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%. He doesn't usually get those. He has to square it up mid-barrel to find a way to get a knock. He hasn't had much luck this year, but he'll take that any day.
Here comes the Red Sox manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll leave here with one out in the seventh as he now hopes the bullpen can go ahead and get him the W. Heath Hembree comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
Number 37, Heath Hembree.
Stepping in now, Harrison Bader, as he'll take a look at ball one. The 1-0.
Nope. That's inside.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
3-0 to him now. Still only one out in the inning. That one's in there. 3-1. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. And he misses ball four, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
The catcher, number 4,
Yadi Molina digging in now. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Ball one.
A ball and no strikes.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-0 home. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Verdugo is over near the line now as he makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Now back, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Stepping in, Colton Wong. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. Lifted the other way to left center. Oh, and it falls as he can't make the play. And the runner scores from second as they chip into the deficit here.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat to ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Here's Matt Carpenter. 3 across so far in the inning and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, strike one.
They teach pitchers to keep the ball down, but if you can locate upstairs like that, it really gives you the ability to mess with the eye level of the batter.
Here's the 0-1. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Verdugo will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But they strike for 3 in the inning. 2 on this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 7th inning coming up. Get up and stretch. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Cardinals 3. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And that'll bring up the power hitting shortstop Xander Bogaerts.
Xander.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2.
2-0.
Now the 2-0. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first down.
The batter, the third baseman, Raphael.
That's a slick play out there as we take a look at it on show motion. He was charging in quickly, and he slides to get under the ball just before it reaches the ground and gets the out. Well done.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Rafael Devers. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here comes the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The right fielder, number 99, Alex Verdugo.
Ready for another shot now. Alex Verdugo. A couple of walks for him thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
The 1-0 home. Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Here it comes.
2-2, count.
Swing and a liner. And now this will get over the wall down the line out there for a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
To the plate now, Jonathan Lucroy. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Center fielder,
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Jackie Bradley Jr. will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Boston strands a couple. They hang on to a 7-3 lead. Now at the plate, Paul Goldschmidt. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball just off the inside corner. Good pitch there on the inside. Black called the strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Count is 1-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. And there's the good curveball as he's set down on strikes for the second time here tonight. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Comes set and the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. Ready with the 0-2. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
In now, Tyler O'Neill, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch.
0-1.
Well, those were a couple of close pitches right there in the inner part of the zone. Hitters will tell you, pitches in that location are tough to do anything with.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this side in order. Down in order go the Cardinals. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi.
Andrew Benintendi.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, 0-1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Carlson is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Michael
In now, Michael Chavis. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And a ball 1-0. In the air, down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. One out, nobody on. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first and no swing. It's ball 2. Here now the 2-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Chasing after it is O'Neill. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, J.D. Martinez. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. Here's the first pitch to him. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And what's the call? It's a home run. And now hold on just a second here. It would appear that they're going to discuss whether this in fact stayed inside the foul pole. They're going to go inside and have a look at the video replay, as we'll take a look and let you decide for yourself. All right, the review looks like it's over. Was there indisputable video evidence? Yes, it's a foul ball after all. So take the home run off the board, and there's an instance where the video review got it right. 2 out, nobody on. Hops this one up. DeYoung calls for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they lead it by 4. It's 7-3. Brandon Workman comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Number 44, Brandon Workman.
Ready to take his hacks again, Dylan Carlson, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here comes the first pitch.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
Here comes the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the 9th.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Matt Wieters.
Into the box now, Matt Wieters. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside. And right into the shift, but a foul ball. 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and 2 strikes. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. Fouled off. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
First pitch of the at-bat. Harrison Bader is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Now here it comes. Grounder down the line at third, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. A crowd in excess of 37,000 come to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And tonight's final, 7-3. Boston posted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Eduardo Rodriguez earns win number 7 on the season. Carlos Martinez worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious Boston Red